primary versus secondary barriers when it comes to radiation would be common sense. But apparently, I don't have any of that. Because it was very hard for me to remember when I was trying to study for my ARRT registry, so guess what? We're gonna learn it together today. Primary barriers. I don't know why the hand always comes up. Like I'm gonna fucking smack somebody. Primary barriers. The walls that take the beam straight in the face. These motherfuckers are the Navy SEALs of the X-ray room. They stop that direct beam. Like, you know, that one time when you were a student and you accidentally lined the tube up with the wall and you shot the wall with X-rays and it absorbed them all. I didn't do that. Anyway, primary beam. How thick is this motherfucker? It is 1/16 of an inch. Head equivalent. It's 1.6 millimeters for you metric nerds. Thick enough to stop the photon apocalypse. What the fuck are primary barriers? The wall behind the upright buggy. The floor underneath the table. Anywhere else you might randomly shoot your beam in the room. How tall are these fuckers supposed to be? 7 feet. Why? Because apparently photons are parkour experts that can scale the walls like Spider-Man. Secondary barriers. What the fuck are they even good for if they're secondary? Well, there is such thing as scatter and leakage radiation and other petty bullshit like that. Secondary barriers are the ones that don't take the beam straight on. Secondary for things like scatter and leakage, which are not the primary beam, if that helps at all. How thick are they? Well, guess what? They're about half as thick as a primary barrier because they're secondary. 30/2 of an inch lead equivalent. That is 0.8 millimeters. Okay, the example of a secondary barrier is a control booth window because the beam is not going straight at your face hole. Sidewalls that never get a direct hit. And ceilings because photons like to bounce around like drunk college kids at a kegger party. 8, yep, still 7 feet. Because physics thinks that your patients are radioactive giraffes. Here's some words that they might use to fuck with you on the test. Primary radiation, direct beam. Secondary radiation, scatter and leakage. The mosquito bites of radiation. Annoying, but enough of them could still kill you. An equivalent, that is just a fancy way of saying something that blocks radiation, like lead, without actually being a massive lead brick. 2 TLDR, if the beam can smack it directly, primary ass barrier. If it's just catching the leftovers, secondary ass barrier. And if you don't know the difference, just hide behind the control booth like the radioactive coward that you are. Okay, bye.